Rockin' Royal, rockin' Navy, know y'all with me, let's get it, baby, Rockin' Royal, rockin' Navy, know you with me, let's get it,
Welcome
baby.
back to
Another
another edition of the KSL.com Rockin' Royal podcast, live on location from San Antonio. That's right, we're taking this show on the road, so if we sound a little bit weird, I apologize. That's why. I'm Sean Walker, your BYU beat writer for KSL.com, covering all things BYU and the Big 12, and we're in San Antonio, Texas for the Valero Alamo Bowl, and it's an all Big 12 matchup. That's right, number 17 BYU, number 23 Colorado. It's been a really fun week in San Antonio, I'm not going to lie, and I am really looking forward to this game. I don't know what it is about this game. Most media are calling it the best non-playoff bowl game of the 2024 season. Most observers and neutral outsiders are at the very least calling it must-see television. Whatever it is, this has a bigger feel than I think any bowl game that I've covered, at least in the last decade plus, with this BYU football team. Now, it may not end up being the best game. We'll see. We'll find out Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time, ABC, live from the Alamo Dome. You can catch BYU and Colorado there on ABC. We'll see how the actual game turns out. But the media hospitality has been great. Shout out to the folks at the Alamo Bowl and the fine folks at in San Antonio. No complaints. Nothing to say against this bowl game. The facilities are awesome. The Alamo Dome is incredible. There were some fan events earlier today that I thought went off really well. Shout out to the Riverwalk. Always good, the Riverwalk in San Antonio, and we got to see the Alamo. Spoiler alert, I didn't go visit the basement in the Alamo. I know, Pee-wee, you'll be very disappointed if you understand that reference. Kudos to you. But this game just feels, it just feels different. There's a bigger aura to it. And I know there are two Big 12 teams, BYU, Colorado. But they're two Big 12 teams that didn't play each other this year. They haven't played each other since the 80s. And again, like, BYU's played some really good bowl games. I don't want to discount any of them. I'm thinking of SMU in the New Mexico Bowl a couple of years ago, just a fantastic game. Came down to a near goal line stop by Jakob Robinson on SMU's 2-point conversion. That was an incredible game. But the atmosphere, the intangibles around this one are wild. And I think it starts, guys, quite frankly, with this Colorado team. Beholden to, well, first of all, it starts at the top. Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. The 23rd ranked Buffs are led by the nation's leading passer in Shedeur Sanders. They've got the Heisman Trophy winner, two-way star Travis Hunter. It'll be the third time all-time BYU faces the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. Cougs, by the way, are 0-3 in those games. They haven't faced the Heisman winner since Matt Leinart for USC in 2004. Also lost to Herschel Walker's Georgia team in 1982 and Florida State's Chris Weinke in 2000. So those are the other three, if any of you want to know that trivia. But I think this game could have some really nice fireworks. And we talked a lot about motivation earlier today. You can check the video over on YouTube at Rock and Roll Pod if you want for some of the comments about what's motivating BYU, what's motivating Colorado in this game. I think there's a number of things. But I really wanted to kind of dive into it with a couple of BYU players. And in particular, I sat down earlier today with BYU cornerback Jakob Robinson to talk about his motivations for this game. He's a senior. He doesn't have any potential JUCO eligibility, which, again, you can read about on KSL.com with guys like Darius Lassiter, Ray Paolo, Maury Bamba maybe, who could potentially return for another season because of NCAA litigation. It's always because of litigation, right? So this is it. This is it for J-Rob. And I've really enjoyed covering Jakob Robinson's career, both at BYU, a year that he spent at Utah State. I've covered him since he was a rising prep star at Orem High School. So I wanted to get his thoughts going into his final game and just kind of what his motivation is for this game. He admitted to me, like, this game feels a little bit bigger. It feels a little bit different, this one. And a big part of that, I think, is because of guys like Travis Hunter, because of guys like Coach Prime, because of teams like Colorado. BYU just, quite frankly, doesn't face teams like this very often. Again, it'll be a lot more often moving forward in the Big 12. They're scheduled to play each other again next year. They are on each other's schedules. We don't know the date yet, but they will be on each other's schedule next year because they skipped this year. And so, yeah, that was just a big part of our conversation. So let's get to that, guys, and then I'll catch up with you tomorrow right here on the podcast feed, Rock and Roll Podcast, after we talk with Kalani Sitake, Coach Prime, and the rest of the Alamo representatives. But for now, here's my conversation with BYU cornerback Jakob Robinson.
Last game, it's sad, but mixed emotions. I'm ready to move on, try to go to the next level. It's been fun playing with all my teammates, all my coaches. It's actually crazy. I got like a bunch of my head coaches. Gary Anderson's here. I got Kalani here and Coach G. So I have all my favorite coaches right where I want to be. So it's just been nice, and yeah.
True. We haven't brought up that much all year, but the fact that Coach A kind of made his way down to Provo, he was the guy that recruited you to Utah State, and all of that. Was that a little bit serendipitous, kind of coming into your final ride, I guess, in Provo to sort of be reunited like that?
Yeah, it's actually crazy because Coach Enna was here also. He used to come so he used to come to my high school, and I'd always talk to him. He's the best guy to talk to. Same with Coach A, and it's actually crazy that all of them are there.
For sure. This game right here, there's a lot of talk we just barely made about motivation and playing Colorado, another top 25 team like you guys, same conference, but not really. You guys haven't played each other since like before you were born, I think. But, like, what is kind of the motivation for this group playing a really good offense like Colorado's got and everything that goes into that, kind of playing in this game here in particular?
For sure, my motivation is we're playing the Heisman Trophy winner. I don't care what people say. He won the Heisman. He's a great player. He's fast. He's athletic. So I'd say that's the motivation for me to just go at least make plays. And I know it's the same for my teammates. Everyone wants to go out there and make as many plays as they can and have the best game of their life. So
I don't want to talk too much football, so let's take a quick break from football talk. What's been the funnest, kind of the best non-football memory of this trip so far? Last couple days.
We've been riding the scooters all around town. The ones you can rent. So we've been everywhere, just riding around and having fun. So
my follow-up question to that: did you take those scooters to the Alamo?
We did take them to the Alamo. We had to walk them because it's a no-ride zone. But
sure.
Yeah.
But you did take them to the Alamo. Follow-up to the follow-up: did they let you into the basement of the Alamo?
I didn't even know about that. So no, we didn't get to go.
That's how I know that you're getting too old. You didn't recognize the movie reference, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It's a line, yeah. Pee-wee Herman's Big Adventure.
Yeah, I've never seen
it. He has to go to the basement of the Alamo until finding out the Alamo doesn't have a basement.
Okay.
So it's always old heads like me. That's what we think of when we think of remembering the Alamo, right?
Yeah, that's all good.
You played in a couple of bowl games in your BYU career now, had a pretty decent play, I think, the last time you guys were in a bowl, in the New Mexico Bowl against SMU, right? Game-saving tackle, no big deal, like that. Does this feel any different, like this bowl game, San Antonio, Alamo, Colorado, like anything like that? Does this feel any different?
It feels a little bit different. I'd say I've watched a lot more of Colorado than I have the past teams that we played. I know a lot more about their players than the past teams we played just because, you see Travis Hunter and Shador all over social media, and it's awesome. So I'd say it definitely feels bigger in a way. And then, right as we got to the other bowl games, we'd see the other team right away at some event. But this day it's been kind of different because Christmas and Christmas Eve. And so, yeah.
Did you get to swim with the dolphins?
I didn't. I'm too scared to do that. Yeah, I don't like being in the water with big fish. So
dolphins are mammals.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, they are manless, yeah.
Who had the best reaction to the Dolphins that you saw them? Your unbiased opinion.
I would say Darius.
Darius?
Yeah, all of his reactions are the best. And that's the one I definitely saw. So.
Rockin' Royal, rockin' Navy. Know you with me. Let's get it, baby. Rockin' Royal, rockin' Navy. Know you with me. Let's get it, baby.